Hello everyone, welcome back to JDCodebase. Today we are going to learn one very powerful concept in the DSA called prefix sum. If you are solving array problems, especially range sum problems, this technique will save you a lot of time. And don't worry if you are completely new to this topic. In this video, we will understand everything from scratch, slowly and step by step with examples and code. By the end of this video, you will not only understand prefix sum, but you will also know when to use it in the interviews and problem solving. So let's get started. Now let's first understand what prefix sum actually means. Prefix sum is simply a technique where we create an array, a new array. In that new array, every index store a sum from index 0 to up to that current index. That's it. So if I say prefix of I, so it equals to array of 0, array of 1, array of 2 up to array of I. That means we are storing cumulative sum. Now let's take a small example. uh, Array is 2 4 6 8. Now we build prefix step by step. First one is the similar, index 0 is always same. Second element 2 plus 4 6. Third element 2 plus 4 plus 6. Fourth element 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. So basically at every index we are storing total sum till that point. Very simple idea, nothing special in this. Now why do we need prefix sum? Let's say someone asks you find the sum from, let's say you have an array 1 2 3 4 5. A person A said give me the sum from index 0 to 3. 0 to 3 index means 0 to 1 index, 0 1 2. And then person B said give me the sum from second index to last index means 0 index 1 index second index till second index to last index. Now a person C come and they said give me the sum from uh, index 1 to index 3. So here I have to write 2 3 4 means 0th index 1 index 2 index 3 index. So every time I have to calculate again means I have to again run the for loop again and again for calculating this. And so that's why this come. We do not use prefix sum. What we will do means we will run a for loop and we will add element one by one. For the person A we calculate up to this index, for person B we calculate up to this index, for this. So that's a big of n time every time. Now imagine if there are 100 queries come for this same small array, that become expensive. So but if we already have a prefix sum, we do not need to loop again. We can directly calculate using the formula up to the range sum means prefix of right minus prefix of left minus 1. That's it. So that calculation take big of one time. So instead of looping every time, we just subtract two values. Now when to use prefix sum? You should think about prefix sum when there are multiple range queries and the problem asks repeated sub-array nums, or you are calculating sum again and again, or you want to optimize the brute force approach. In competitive programming, this pattern appears a lot. So let's say understand the main idea here. Instead of recalculating the same thing again and again like I already tell you, so we pre-compute the sum, build the prefix array once, big of n time, and answer every query in just a big of n, big of one time complexity. So total cost comes here the big of n. So we are trading a little extra memory for faster queries. Now let's move to VS Code and write the code, build the prefix array. So first let's make a empty array. Let prefix empty array, and this is a function build prefix. It take an array and here I create a new empty array called prefix. Now very important point here, the first element of prefix will always be equal to the first element of original array. Means prefix of 0 equal to array of 0. And because cumulative sum start from there, now we have to start a for loop that runs from I1 and I smaller than array dot length I plus plus. So here y from 1 because 0 is already filled in the prefix array. Now at every index, prefix of I will be equal to previous prefix value plus current array value. So like prefix of I minus 1 plus array of I, and in last just return the prefix array. So we are building some step by step here. Now let's node build prefix. I get 1369 as expected output for this 1 2 3 4. For 0th index 1 as usual, and for 1 index 1 plus 2 3, and for second index 1 plus 2 plus 3 6, for last index it is 10. Now let's write a function for the range sum. Let me uncomment this. So here we have a prefix array, a left index, a right index, means range, and so I pass here the prefix array, not the original array. So if left equal to 0, then return the prefix of right index. So means right index value, because there is no need to check for minus, there is no need to subtract anything if the left index is 0. Else return the prefix of right index minus prefix of left minus 1. So here if L is 0 means left index is 0, we cannot subtract prefix of minus 1, means we can minus 1, there is no minus 1 index in an array. So in that case just return the prefix of right, otherwise subtract prefix of L left index minus 1 from the right index. So that gives us the exact range sum. Now let's test it for 1 2 3 4 5. This is a normal array, not a prefix array. First we build the prefix array by using this function and pass here in this range sum function, and also pass the left index and right index. So let's run this. I get 9. Why? From 1 index to 3. This is the 1 index, second index, third index. What is the sum? 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 4 9. So if I have same query for, let's say 0 to 3, and let's say 3 to 5, or let's say 2 to 3. For that just write here 9 10, means there is no 5 index, so that I have to give 4, means a single sum I get the value every time 9 10 9 7. So that's why we have to use the prefix here. Now brute force versus the prefix sum. So brute force, every query takes big of 1 time complexity, and prefix sum take big of 1. So if there are many queries, prefix sum is much better. That's why this technique is very powerful. Now final important tip for interview tip is they will not directly say use prefix sum, or but if you see multiple queries in that, or range sum, this one keyword range sum, remember this, and sub array, remember this keyword. Whenever this keyword come, range or sub array, use prefix sum. Your brain should automatically think about prefix sum when you see this keyword. Now today we learn about prefix sum is why we need it, where to use it, how to implement it step by step in the JavaScript. If you are a beginner, I recommend you practice at least 3 to 5 problems based on the prefix sum, so that this concept becomes very clear to you. In the next video of this DSA Foundation series on JDCodebase, we will slowly build stronger problem solving skill. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like it, subscribe to JDCodebase, share it with your friends, and remember, DSA is not about memorized code, it is about understanding patterns. I'll see you in the next video.